On behalf of Loyola University Chicago and the Family Business Center, and our sponsor partners, BMO Harris and Catton, I am proud to recognize and celebrate 12 family businesses and their heroic contributions to save jobs, meet customer demands, and keep employees safe throughout the pandemic.
BMO Harris Bank is strongly committed to supporting family-run businesses. They are the cornerstone of our economy and our communities. We are proud to stand with and for family businesses. We are honored to present these family business heroes.
Leo was our great-grandfather, and I always think of him as the inventor. I mean, he invented the electromagnetic hair clipper. He had hundreds of patents. He was someone who inspired innovation within this company. Because we are a global company, we have global manufacturing around the world, we were able to ramp up in areas where COVID hadn't really become as rampant. What happens in Sterling, Illinois with COVID is totally different than what happens over in England or over in Germany. So there was no playbook. We had to think on our feet and really listen to the local health authorities and try to understand what the impacts were to our people, to our customers. Our main goal was to make sure to take care of our people, and the first priority was their health and safety.
Just like a lot of industries, the automobile industries were trying to use their infrastructure to help out specific PPE needs. So we went after what we could with the face shields and using our infrastructure here to go after the shields themselves. So that was something early on in COVID that we were able to do quickly, and we were then donating to all the school systems that thought they were going to come back online sooner rather than later.
And we had to react to what was happening with our customers. Barbershops were mandated by the government everywhere to shut down. When those barbershops all shut down, everyone started trying to buy a hair clipper at home. And that created a different set of challenges for us.
We had some e-commerce in select areas like in the UK, in the US, in parts of Latin America, that we were able to leverage our direct-to-consumer e-commerce business. Whatever inventory we had left, we made available on e-commerce so the professionals could buy, or even if a consumer that wanted the good stuff, they could get it through e-commerce. But it just accelerated during this time frame where we always had some education, but a lot of that was in-person classes. There was definitely a focus on digital. So our consumer group focused on do-it-yourself haircuts, but then it was also doubling down with our professional business for allowing them to work on their skill set during this time when they were not at work through our social media channels. We want to educate people on how to use our tools properly, but we expanded it somewhat to also educate ourselves on what our end users were thinking.
COVID forced us to look externally and look at what are those transformational things that we need to do to be able to set ourselves up, not just to be a little bit better for next year, but to be better for the next 5, 10, and ultimately for our kids' generations. Being a global company, the leveraging of technology has allowed us to be much more interactive and collaborative as a global team, and our values are what got us through it. It's what's allowed us to thrive in this environment, is because we have such committed people who really understand their business. And my father used to tell me, when you make decisions, you make them with your head, your heart, and your gut. There were a lot of tough decisions that we as a company had to make, but I ultimately made them because that's what my heart told me was the right thing to do. I've learned that if you listen to people and you empower the people who are the subject matter experts, put the trust in people and give them the authority to do so, they will step up and they will ultimately make the company a better company. If you take care of your people, and we think of each other as a large family, if we take care of them, then they'll take care of our customers.